Hey guys, welcome back to Loft Sports. It's Tyler. This is the one that we've been waiting for as Irish fans since the spring game. Georgia week. This is the big one. Make or break our 2019 season. I know we still got Michigan and USC, which are traditionally our biggest rivals, but this one is by far bigger. SEC team on the road at night, prime time, College Gameday is going to be there. Everything you can think of, all the hype, all the build-up. No other really big games are on at this time. This is put up or shut up for Notre Dame. SEC, 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 it just means more. Notre Dame can't hang, all this, all that. Revenge for 2017. They came in, they bought our tickets, they beat us in our house. It's been 2 years. We've got to get revenge. It's just that simple. This game defines our season. Win, everybody will take us serious as a national championship, not just playoff, but national championship contender. Go down there, get spanked. It's the same old, same old. Notre Dame can't play with the big boys. You're overrated. Join a conference. Go pray in church on Sunday morning. All this stuff. People are already releasing hype videos. Georgia fans are showing Notre Dame Cathedral from the summer when it was on fire, saying this is what your team is going to look like on Saturday night down in Athens. Everything you can think of, all the trash talk, it's all coming to the forefront this week. Now, let's talk about this game. Georgia is one of the best teams in the country. They just are. That's why this game is so important. They run the football better than anybody. They stop the run as good as anybody. Jake Fromm is a five-star quarterback. He's good enough to manage a game. All he has to do is hand it off to their guys. They have 3, maybe 4 running backs that are going to be in the NFL in the next few years. They have an offensive line that majority of them are going to be drafted in the first few rounds in the coming spring and the spring after that. We have got to send a message to them and the country that we are back. If we are, then it starts up front. When you think Notre Dame, you think offensive and defensive line play, that's where it's got to come Saturday night because that's where Georgia's strengths are. Now, they do have one chink in the armor, if you will, and that's receiver. They don't have a whole lot, which is extremely rare, by the way, for Georgia because they're usually 5-star talent all over the field. But receivers, they're weak. They don't have a lot of experience. They don't have a lot of what I would consider elite receivers. They might. They just haven't had to show it yet because they've played 3 nobodies in preparation for this game. So if we can get them on the passing down situation where they have to throw, that's going to be where our strength is and their Achilles heel lies. So they have NFL talent everywhere. There's only a handful of guys on our team, if that would start for Georgia. It's just that simple. We have really good talent. They have NFL elite talent. So this is what we're going to have to find out what we're made of on Saturday night. Alright, so my 3 keys to win the game, if Notre Dame's going to do it Saturday night and pull the upset, which we're already a 13.5-point underdog, and it's only Monday, so that kind of tells you what the country, including the Sharps in Vegas, think about our chances. But my 3 keys if we're going to hang in this and make this a game. We got to force Fromm to throw. If they can run the football at will, it's not even going to be a game past halftime. It's that simple. I talked about just a minute ago how their receivers is the one weakness of their team. We've got to force Fromm into obvious passing situations, 2nd and 3rd and long, and get pressure on him. Number 2, we've got to possess the football. 1 for 10 on 3rd down against New Mexico will not keep us in this game. We have got to convert on 3rd down. We've got to possess the ball, take some time, give our defense a chance to rest, and lean on their defense and wear them down. If we do that, we'll have a chance. And then number 3, somebody has got to make a freaking play. 2 years ago when they came to Notre Dame Stadium, their receivers reaching out, making a fantastic one-handed catch in the back corner of the end zone late in the 4th quarter. That was the difference in the game. If somebody for Notre Dame can put somebody on their butt Saturday night and make a play, whether it's hitting a guy and forcing a fumble, reading some play right, recognizing what's going to be, intercepting a pass, blocking a punt, blocking a field goal, something. I don't know what it's going to be, but somebody has to make a freaking play, and if they do that, Notre Dame might just find themselves in a position to win. First two games, Louisville and New Mexico, I didn't give a prediction. I obviously expected Notre Dame to handle business in both of those games because, quite simply, we were the better team. But this game, some people would call it a toss-up because it's two top 10 teams. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I hate to admit this, but I don't think it's that close. I think Georgia's going to beat us by 17 points. In the summer, I said we would lose by a field goal, and that would be our only loss. We'd go down there, we'd keep it close, because I wasn't that intimidated by Georgia putting up a bunch of points. I thought our defense could play well enough to keep us in the game. They make a play late, they win like 27-24. That was my feeling all summer. Now I feel, after watching them play 3 teams and us play 2, I just think they're on another level. And I'm not trying to knock us and sound like I'm not a real fan, and you can type about it in the comment section if you disagree. But what I've seen through the first 3 games for the season from them and the first 2 games from us is they're on another level. They're going to run the ball. We're not going to be able to stop it because we can't push New freaking Mexico around, and it's going to be over before halftime, and we're going to have to throw obvious passing situations. Book's going to throw several interceptions. I just don't think we're ready for this type of game. I wish I could tell you different. I really do. And if you ask me on Saturday, I'm probably going to have some hope built up, and I'm going to say, I think we can go down there and win that game. But that's why I'm doing this video on Monday, because I'm not in my delusional, drunken state of just hype and belief. When I wake up on a Notre Dame game day, I think we could beat the New England Patriots. But right now, I'm sobered up in the fact that they're just a better football team. They've got NFL talent, all this stuff. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I'd love nothing more than to wake up Sunday morning with a big bowl of crow and dip it in some barbecue sauce and eat it, and if I have to, I will love every bite of that. But I don't think I'm going to have to eat my crow. The best thing we can do is keep this from being a laugher. If we can go down there and at least compete and keep it within 10 points or less, we might still be able to save the season and make a push as a playoff. You're going to hear all year from the haters out there, you're not in a conference, you're not a conference champion, you should have to go 12-0. Listen, some of these teams are taking some early losses. The Pac-12 is down a little bit right now. I think Oklahoma, with Texas already losing, if they can beat Oklahoma, it's not a gimme that Oklahoma or any Big 12 team for that matter is in the playoff. Some Big 10 teams may beat up on each other. I don't think it's out of the question that Notre Dame can still get into the playoff even if we lose this game, but we got to keep it close. If we go down there and get our ass kicked, then the committee is just going to say, well, we're not going to put you in because we saw what happened when we did last year against Clemson. We don't think you're good enough. We're going to put another SEC team or Ohio State or somebody else with a loss in over you. We've got to keep it respectable. We've got to keep it from being an embarrassment. We've got to show that we belong. We can hang with these big-time teams because we have the depth and we have the talent. As long as it's not a boat race, I think Notre Dame can still salvage their season. If it is, then we better just hope that we can finish the season with 9-10 wins and maybe make a New Year's Six bowl. If we get crushed by 20-30 points, that's all we'll have left to hope for. Georgia's a good team. It won't be that embarrassing if they beat us, but if they do beat us by 3 touchdowns, for example, then all we have to hope for is maybe we can beat Michigan and sneak into the Orange Bowl or something like that. I hope I'm wrong. Again, I really do. I love this team. I live and die with them. I hope I don't break anything Saturday night, but I'm excited. It's a big game. These are the kind of games this is why I'm a Notre Dame fan. We're not playing Appalachian State or some FCS team. We're going on the road. We're playing Georgia, an SEC opponent. They're nervous. I know they're confident on the outside, but they know that we might come down there and pull the upset. They're smart enough to know that we still have enough talent to come down there, and if things go our way, maybe a ball bounces here or there, we'll have a chance. But go Irish. This is Loft Sports.